Hello everyone and welcome to my corner of the world. So the other day I had a coupon, and crafters amongst you will know getting a discount on our goodies just can't resist. And I went into a local hobby store and I came across this particular embossing folder, and it's called a cut and emboss. And I opened it. Well, of course I bought it, but then I opened it to see what it was all about, and it actually cuts and embosses at the same time. And the dies are actually attached to the embossing folder. Now, I've used embossing folders that have got coordinating dies, but they're sort of separate, and you have to just sort of line everything up. But with this one, everything is lined up for you. So I need to make a card. One of our granddaughters is about to sit some key exams, GCSEs, which they take at 16. And I thought I would make her a card to, as a little encouragement as she starts them. So one of the things I found was I didn't really have a stamp or anything with the right message. So I just got my word processor out and created this. And all I then did was to line it up inside this aperture there, because that sort of bit cuts out. And I ran that through my die cutting machine, and this is what I got. So obviously that's a scrap, and so this piece is got my message on it, or the message that we want to send, and it'll fit perfectly in the space. So that was my starting point. Well, then I've got my card base, and I wanted to do sort of light, bright, summery colours. So I've done white, and I think this is like a cross between the US size and a UK size. So it's 11, so it's half a sheet of card. So it's 11 by 4 1/8. So all I did was this was A4, and I just trimmed off the extra bit. I think A4 is like 11 3/4 inches. I think that's what it is. Anyway, I've cut this to 11 by 4 1/4. So that is my card base. And then again, getting my embossing and cutting folder, I ran through this lovely piece of sort of an aqua blue. It's called Summer Splash. And I have trimmed it up with my decal-edged trimmer just to give it a little bit more interest. And as you can see, I did run it through my new embossing folder. And so I have now got this piece. So I went to stick it on there because the idea is to do that. And that will sort of fit in that little place there. And then I thought, well, I don't know, that's really not got enough colour for a youngster. So I got this sheet, and I've just cut it slightly smaller than the piece of Summer Splash. This is called Flirty Flamingo. So what that will do is that will give me the little cutouts. It will give me some colour behind them. So that is my thought process, and we can just add some adhesive. So if you like, I did this video really to just work out how this die worked. And then I thought, well, let's just go share it with you all, and maybe if you've got any in your stash and you haven't known quite how to use them, or if you come across them somewhere and you think, well, maybe I'll have a go at those. So they're really, I thought it was a great idea, a really great idea. And I love embossing folders. Those of you who used to come to my classes or have watched my videos, you'll know that embossing folders just add the tiniest, well, not the tiniest, but for the least effort, a wonderful finish to your cards, extra dimension. And okay, so can you see what I'm talking about there? And now we've got that layer. So the next thing is to decide if I'm gonna pop this up on some double-sided sticky pads, and I've got a bit of ribbon. This is, or whether I'll stick that flat and pop that up on some sticky pads. That is another thought, isn't it? So I wonder if I was to run some ribbon, maybe if I ran some, if I ran some ribbon, could I bring that across there without spoiling what I want to put? What do we think? This is just a little bit of white organza ribbon. It was in the same shop that I got my lovely die. And so maybe what I would do is I would just pop this up on some sticky pads. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the edging because they're a bit bigger than these tinsy ones, and I haven't got any larger ones to hand, so we'll just use these and save a bit of time. Right. And put one there and one there, and we'll put one in the middle just to make sure it doesn't sag. Right. There we go. Make sure the hearts are the right way up, otherwise it's a little bit screwy. So my this piece, this sort of bluey greeny piece, that is just a 1/16 of an inch smaller all the way around. So I just cut it 1/8 of an inch smaller than than my card base. And then we can just slot it in there like that. And I'm just going to use a glue, just ordinary adhesive. I don't think I want it popped up, because I think part of the interest of this is the fact that, you know, we've got it down, we've inserted a piece in there like that, and oh, excuse me, I could put a piece of ribbon just there, just this little bow. I've got all sorts of videos on how I tie bows and manage ribbons that you can go back and check on. But we're just going to use a little glue dot here just to put this in like that. Oh boo, that was not clever. Okay, so I've managed to pull the bow apart. You need to take that off. So much for me making a bow ahead of time. Now then, let's see if I can recreate the bow with a small piece of ribbon. I normally work off the bolt because it's easier to do then. So let's see, we're going to find the middle. And then we're going to make 2 rabbit ears. I'm going to cross them over and slip that through. It doesn't help, I've got a bit of that glue dot on my nail. Everything is catching on it. All right, so let's see. I think I've managed to save the situation. I might just have to trim off a little bit of one side because it's a bit long. So obviously didn't get it centered. So let's try that again, Cindy, and hopefully we won't destroy our bow a second time. Right, take this off a bit more gently. So if we have that like that, and have it sort of going like that. And then I've just got some of these pretty flowers. This has got some little flowers on it, so I'm going to use the pretty flowers, little silver ones, just to finish this off. And let's see. Yes, of course they are being as difficult as they possibly can be to come out. So let's see. I get you some putty ready, and we use the silver ones because, you know, as far as I'm concerned, the silver ones are sort of lighter, brighter, much better for a younger person. And then I've got a bit of a space down here, so we pop one down here maybe. Okay, so there we have a card where I've experimented using these cut and emboss folders there, giving you some ideas of how to use them. They are very easy to use, and there, get a better view for you. They're quite reasonably priced. So this one is by X-Cut, and there we go. So, oh, I know, I've just sort of thought of something here. Look, I've got these little cutouts from the die. So let's just put a couple of those on as well, just so we give you an idea again about using all the little bits that come with this particular product. Right, so we just got a couple of there, start on there, just a tinsy little bit of, oh, lively. Let's see, maybe I can use this to pick up, give it a bit of a firm touch there. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you have, perhaps you'll go ahead, give me a thumbs up. I really like to thank you for choosing to spend some time with me today, and I will look forward to seeing you next time with another idea. Thank you, and bye-bye for now.